federal Labor government's decision to effectively run down and now sell the Scottsdale Defence facility. This decision has caused a lot of concern in my electorate of Bass, in particular across Dorset and across the state. It is a defence site with a very proud history. It's got recently upgraded infrastructure and real capability for the defence of our nation. This facility was established under the Menzies government in 1954. That facility has contributed to defence food science, nutrition research and human performance capability for 7 decades. Importantly, it's also supporting right now cadet training and youth development for proud young Tasmanians who live in the district. I think many people might be surprised to learn that a regional place like Scottsdale has quietly played a significant role in feeding defence personnel for those 7 decades. For most of that time, of course, it was producing ration packs and employing members of the community in my electorate. And it has fed the army that, as the saying goes, marches on its stomach. I'm very concerned that the Commonwealth wants to now sell this and send the staff who are still there to Launceston UTAS campus to do their work. This is especially difficult to agree with or understand. I'd like to point out to the House that the Tasmanian Government's own defence industry strategy, which has only been released recently, specifically identified food technology and food processing as a key defence capability area for Tasmania. It specifically identifies Scottsdale as Defence's main food science and tech facility in our state. It refers to food security, supply chain resilience and advanced shelf-stable food capability, all of the things that are necessary and for the good for the defence of our nation. So people are entitled to ask this question. If this capability is strategically important enough to appear in the state's own defence strategy, why is the federal Labor government abandoning it without warning, no warning, and without consultation? No consultation before that decision was announced. Deputy Speaker, members here will be, I think, horrified to learn that taxpayers spent $18 million upgrading this centre in the last decade. It's got now better infrastructure and more equipment, only for it now to be talked about to be shut down. And that facility has been modernised by Liberal and Labor governments in Canberra because they have recognised the facility's strategic value to our country. Good on them. It supported nationally significant work in food technology, nutrition science and defence capability as its role shifted from volume packaging of freeze-dried ration packs through to research on human performance and nutrition for defence personnel across the services. The infrastructure itself, no doubt, remains highly valuable today. The labs are still there. The advanced microwave-assisted thermal sterilisation capability is still there. But it's only as valuable as the level of its utilisation. I'm concerned to discover, having attended a recent consultation, by the way, a consultation that's been offered after the decision was announced in Launceston at the RSL, to discover that actually this facility, while still open and still operational, I hasten to add, has been gradually run down rather than properly supported. And so little wonder why the community are so frustrated about that. A quick mention about the local cadet unit, that's their base. That's where those young boys and girls, the young men and women of that Army cadet unit call home. That's where they raise their flag, they parade on that property. And they're being told that they might just be sent off to a school hall. Those arrangements are not acceptable. And I want to support those cadets and their commanding officers. They're not allowed to speak publicly, but I know how they feel. They're disappointed. Briefly then, to how we got here. Successive governments have, under pressure at times, committed to retaining that facility. At a time when our country is concerned and talking about sovereign capability, Australia therefore should be very, very careful about closing down an asset that actually supplies those needs, in particular in relation to food, because once it's gone, it will be gone forever.